Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to sketch the graph of inverse function using wax paper. And this is the fourth part. I will put the link of the first, second, and third part in the description box below. So we always remember that the graph of the inverse of any function is reflected across the line y is equal to x. So y equals to x as a line is actually the line of symmetry between the function f of x and its inverse f negative 1 of x. So in this graph that we have here, we can sketch the line of symmetry, which is again on y is equal to x. So then I can go ahead and draw that line of symmetry. Okay, so we are now ready to sketch the graph. So we are given this f of x and we want to sketch the graph of its inverse f negative 1 of x. Now let's sketch the inverse graph using this wax paper. Now if you don't have wax paper, you can use any semi-transparent paper or anything that would that you can see, so it doesn't have to be wax paper. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to trace this original graph f of x right here. So I'm going to trace that up here. Okay, so what I did was I used a sharp pencil in order that I can trace the f of x. So in order that we can draw its inverse, what are we going to do is we flip this over. Be sure that the origin and the line of symmetry are a match. So then we can go ahead and trace this graph, and this will represent our inverse. Okay, so the red graph is actually our f negative 1 of x. So the original one right here is the f of x, and then the inverse is the f negative 1 of x. As you can see here, if we fold this graph across the line of symmetry y is equals to x, then they would be a match, which means that these two parts will be on top of each other when we fold it. And in this side right here, these two parts will be on top of each other when we fold it across the line of symmetry y is equal to x. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. So we are given the graph of f of x here. So again, this is our function f of x. Our task is to sketch the graph of its inverse. So we remember again that the graph of the inverse of a function is reflected across the line y is equal to x. So y is equal to x is our line of symmetry. So in this graph that we have here, we can sketch the line of symmetry. By the way, when we say y is equal to x, that means this line is actually touching this one right here. So 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, negative 1 and negative 1, negative 2 and negative 2, negative 3 and negative 3. So that's what we mean by y is equal to x. So then from here, we can go ahead and use the wax paper. So I'm going to put that up here. So I will sketch the graph right here. So we first have to sketch the point of origin right here, and then we are going to sketch the line of symmetry as well. Okay, so once we've traced the graph, we are going to flip it across the y is equal to x. So flip it and make sure that the point of origin and the line of symmetry are a match. And then from there, we can go ahead and sketch the inverse. Okay, so in this graph right here, we have here the original function f of x. This is the line of symmetry y is equal to x. And this red graph that we have here is actually the inverse of this f of x. So I label this as f negative 1 of x. So that means that if we fold this across the line of symmetry y is equal to x, they are going to match up, which means that these two branches will match up. These two branches will also match up. That's it. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!